tying, as well as taking off the lid of a water bottle, taking off the lid of a cap of a glue stick, also twisting and turning for a glue stick as well. So these are fundamental skills for fine motor that are good for coordination, hand strengthening, and working on the fine motor dexterity skills. So today we are going to be making an ice cream cone. You can choose any color you want. You'll need a couple sheets of paper. They don't take full sheets. We don't need full sheets, but two different colors. We're going to use red and blue. I will also demonstrate with red and green. So you'll need a ruler, a pair of scissors, a dark marker or a dark pen, something round to trace with. I just use the top of a Play-Doh jar. You'll need Elmer's glue as well, and again, your paper. So we'll get started. This is the final product. And what we'll do, first of all, is I'd like you to make 3 dots for your student in the form of a triangle. And we're going to be using the ruler as a straight edge to connect the lines so that students get used to using bilateral hands for different things. So one hand will be holding the ruler for support. And I also want the students to to start understanding how to connect dots. When we're writing letters, usually we're starting at a top line, going to a bottom line. And this also helps students understand start and stopping position. So have them hold the ruler down with one hand, and if you need to help, that's fine. And then connect the dot. And then we'll go to the other side as well. And the top line. So this is the finished product of the first part. So once they connect the dot, ask the student to cut it out. If your student doesn't have an easy time with cutting, then I would suggest just making one on your own just to have extra. I always like the students to try to cut out first on their own. Even if they're not able to cut the complete shape out, they can at least do a partial cut. Once they cut the triangle out, you can set that aside. The next thing we'll do is we are going to trace using this circle shape onto the other piece of paper. If your student is able to do the tracing, that would be great. If not, again, you can have a pre-cut shape cut out. We'll start with a circle, but we're going to divide the circle in half by using the ruler. So you could put 2 dark marks on where you want the student to cut, and then use the ruler, and they can connect the dots. Then you can ask them to cut out the circle, and then you can ask them to cut it in half. Always when you are handing scissors to your student, hand them, of course, the protective side first, but also in the midline of their body. That way, some students write with possibly their right hand, but maybe they cut with their left or vice versa. So once they cut the circle out, and then if you do have a regular pencil or marker, you may want to go over that circle a few times to give them a thickened line. Just makes it a little bit easier. Once they do cut this out, they can cut in the middle as well. And now we have our half. The next thing we'll do is we will make the stripes. Okay? So with the stripes, what I do is I'll put dots, and I'll do it this way so you can see one dot here, and just keep going down the line. So that's what it would look like. So if we have the cone upright, you can see we're going to be making diagonals. Once again, trying to let the student do the diagonal lines by themselves would be great. So if they're able to hold the ruler and make the lines connecting the dots. Does not have to be perfect. Then we go to the other side. So we started this side here. We're going to go on the opposite side and doing top and bottom as well. There's already a dot there, so I'm just going to go opposite of that first dot and continue. So I made dots down the other row, just opposite of the original dot, and we will connect them. So this is a great visual motor skill right now. You'll see the previous lines, and to be able to distinguish which way the line is supposed to go, being able to write separate lines on top of another set of line is a skill called figure ground and discrimination. That would help a student. Those are the skills that allow us to pick something up within clutter. So I have a whole bin of markers here. If I want the blue one, this green one is underneath the purple one. That's what this skill is helping with. It's called figure ground, as well as discrimination. Being able to see things while other things are around it. And there we go. So we have the stripes or the waffles that would be on a cone. And then we're going to use the glue to put in front, to glue in front at the top, and then place the ice cream on top. So again, having your student do as much as possible, taking off the glue stick, being able to twist it. These are all wonderful skills that help with independence and other skills that are higher level. And there we go. We have our ice cream cone. Summer's almost over, it looks like, but I don't think it's ever too late to have ice cream, and never too late to go to the ice cream shop and enjoy that. So I hope you enjoy this. This was actually brought up to me by a student who had an ice cream cone on their shirt, and he enjoyed making crafts. And so I can't give the student's name, but I'm just going to nickname him VV. So thank you, VV, for this great ice cream craft, and enjoy.